Okay, so it's gonna be a different type of video. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna be speaking as if you already know about this kind of. I'm gonna be talking about my music, and I'm just gonna kind of assume you know that I'm a producer and you know what I've made. So, yeah, obviously if you don't understand it, then you don't get it. Yeah, it's gonna be a series I do where like I just like talk about like my albums, my EPs, maybe my singles, probably not, and just like kind of talk about them, the process of making them, like the ideas I had, the visions and shit like that. Because most of my work has like a vision before like it comes to fruition. I'm also kind of like not the best when it comes to talking to myself with the hopes of other people listening, so please excuse all the stuttering and shit like that. I'm not like socially awkward. It's not something I'm really used to. um, so my first album, Eternal Slumber. Now, I've been making music. Well, okay, I've made music. Okay, I've been familiar with the music making process since I'd say 2018, 2019. Back when I was like 9 or 10, I'd say. And it was using the same software I use now, which I don't think is necessary to bring up, mainly because for reasons that I might talk about in the future. So yeah, like I know like I've been in the scene and I did really enjoy it when I was younger, so I did a lot of it. I didn't have a falling out with it. It was like a natural progression of like not doing it. Not because I've lost interest, mainly because of like time constraints. Okay, well, not really time constraints. I wasn't really doing anything nothing noteworthy when I was 10 years old, but mainly because of like, other shit just stacking on top of it basically. But I'd say like yeah, like mid 2024, I went back into my was doing some like taking a trip down memory lane, doing some like nostalgia surfing, and remembered my old music and decided to take a look at it. And yeah. Oh wait, fuck. Holy shit, wait, I'm sorry. Wrong thing. Yeah. Trust me, not all these are gonna be this awkward. Wrong, sorry. Okay. I was actually looking through old emails. I was really bored one day. I'm kind of bored a lot nowadays, so I was just looking at old emails. Like, it's kind of the same purpose, like memory lane and shit like that. And I was checking my sent emails, and I noticed that I sent some emails containing my music to an alternate account of mine, an alternate Gmail account. The emails, I believe, were 2020. I could actually check that right now. There were different periods of like me making music. The original period was, I believe, 2018, 2019, and then I did stop around 2020, but I did come back in 2020. Let me just check the email. I'm not gonna, I don't really want to do any of these with script, by the way, because, I am talking about my work and I want, like, the discussion to be genuine, so I would prefer not doing a script, but if anything, I might switch to that just for, like, just so it sounds better, you feel me? Let me go all the way down. Where is it? Where is it? I'll probably edit this out, maybe not. Okay, yeah. So, September 4th, 2020, I sent an alternate account of mine a lot of my tracks. And me seeing that and taking the time to listen to some of those, and shockingly liking some of those, actually, it actually inspired me to start making music again. Because, like, some of what I made back then did actually hold up, and that will tie it back into the actual album discussion, by the way. And yeah, I mean, I just liked some of the tracks, and I thought, if I could make something decent back then, why not give it a go now? So I did. Now, again, there's more I want to talk about in regards to my past, but I feel like maybe I can sprinkle those in at the beginning of each album review. Oh, Jesus, this is so unprofessional. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm saying all these things on Good Friday, too. Okay, so I'm gonna go, so overall vibe of it. Now, there's only like around 2 albums. It'd be this one and Blur, where like going into it, there wasn't, the vision was that there was not much of a vision. Like the vision was that like I didn't want to follow any like rules or themes or something like that, and that was kind of it. That mainly applies to Blur. With Eternal Slumber, like a couple of the names I did want, like a few of the names did like tie into the album, the name of the album, but that was pretty much it. Like obviously, like the titular song, Eternal Slumber, and Wake Up. You know, those are obviously supposed to be referring to the album name. But other than that, they were just like things I made that I liked, that I felt like belonged on the album. Mainly just like, again, to like give viewers a taste of what I could do, just getting back into it, you know, after years of being gone. The album cover was something I made, like, I'd say like, I don't recall. It was either like a couple months before I found the emails, or like a couple weeks after I found the emails, because I remember like making it like sort of close to when I want to make music again. Whenever I found the emails and want to make music again, like I didn't actually start making music until like a couple weeks after discovering that. So I don't remember, like obviously, like, you know, I was like a freshman at the time. I'm a sophomore now. The class was drawing 1, and yeah, sometimes I would just like draw to draw, because, you know, I do like art. So there's like a lot of like shitty looking sketches I made, and so I don't remember if that was like one of the shitty sketches or if that was made to be an album. If I remember, the more I think about it, the more I believe that was made to be an album specifically. But yeah, the one you see on all the streaming platforms isn't actually the full image. I was a bit of a dumbass and didn't notice that all the album covers, or all the covers on Spotify, is 1-to-1. I didn't really notice that, so I took like a wide shot instead of a 1-to-1 shot. So because of that, I had to like do that for it. Yeah, the full piece does look a bit better. It's still nothing like Picasso, but you know, it's better. There's like a giant eye that I really liked making. But yeah, I tried to capture like the title in it. And that's pretty much the lore behind that. So the first song, Intricate Interlude, you know, this was the first song I made coming back, and it does show. Now, by the time I'm making this, I just released Invincible, and I have Logan, Frank, and a few other songs unreleased in the chambers right now, and I will be working on a new album after I get Logan and Frank out. Although, if for whatever reason I can't get those out in a timely fashion, I will be adding them to the album, and probably changing what the album is going to be, because I have a couple ideas of what I want my next album to be. So keep that in mind. So now, like, I'm looking back in this like with a more refined perspective on music production and shit like that. So I mainly just, okay, so back in the day when I would make my music, I didn't really understand, like with my software, I didn't really understand like all the like the features and mechanics of the app. So what I would just do is like I would put all the instruments in place, you know, I would, because the app I use, like I basically buy loops and packs, and I produce that way. Like everything you hear isn't like, I don't have a studio, I don't have any real instruments. Like I'm like a producer, like a digital producer. Like all my shit comes digitally. So with that in mind, like I would just put all the things I wanted, I would put them down and record and let them play out and loop and end it. And that's basically it. So the goal for this one was to just do what at the time I only knew how to do, because again, I just came back. I didn't learn, I only learned more features after the first album. which you can actually hear in the later part of the Journey to Makeout Hill, because I actually learned in the middle of making that album. I believe it was when I was making one of the songs at PE. I learned how to add more sections and parts and shit like that to make it more concise in a way. So yeah, so for this, like, again, I only included the word interlude just to like really hone in the fact that you were hearing the same thing over and over again. I know, like, by the definition of interlude when it comes to music, it's not like the best. It doesn't really apply the best it could, but it is what it is, to be honest. Again, it sounds good. I mean, I'll play like a bit of it. Trust me, I'm not going to be super biased when I do these, because there are some songs that I would like to talk about and apologize for. Blur and some of the shit on Rusiel 2015 is mainly what I'm talking about, to be honest. But yeah, I like this. Like, it's clean, it's cool, it's chill, it's relaxed, and that's the vibe I was going for. I do understand why, 2 minutes of literally the same thing. Yeah, I get it, okay? I understand, not the best, so I apologize. I get it. I fully understand why this wouldn't be anyone's favorite. And a mistake you can actually hear in real time is that, like, through the middle point of the song, like, you can probably notice that it gets louder. That's because on the software, when I started recording it, I forgot to actually turn it up all the way. And mid-recording, I did that, so, yeah. But yeah, like, for a loop, I think it's a pretty good loop. Like, again, I like it, sounds nice. Although I feel like if you're listening to the same thing over and over again, it should not be more than 1:30. And even that 1:30 is kind of pushing it. But yeah, I like it. Again, had it been shorter, I'd say it holds up really well. It's pretty good, and yeah. So the next song, the Status Quo. Originally, I called it Status Quo, but at the start, okay, another thing. At the start of my, when I was trying to get my music out there, I used United Masters, and for some reason, like, I could not name my song Status Quo. Like, it just would not work. So I had to name it The Status Quo. Currently, I use Boost Collective, and I could not be happier. They are really great. Like, not sponsored, obviously. I'm not really, like, the most known producer, but they are really amazing, and I have nothing but positive shit to say about them. No beef with United Masters, of course. This is not like a Boost Collective is just simply better, in my opinion. The Status Quo. The title, again, this is like one of the cases where, like, I came up with the title before the song, and the title is so, like, I guess, unique that you can't really, like, try to make a song around it. Like, you can't really do that. So I just made a song that I thought sounded nice, and that's the whole point of, like, what I do. Like, everything I put out, okay, with the exception of some, everything I put out is shit I like listening to. Again, Blur, like the song called Blur, not the album, the song called Blur. I really, oh my god, that we'll save that for when I talk about Blur. But a lot of what I have to say is about Blur, the album. Oh, sorry, that's my boy James. Yeah, sometimes he just does that. Please excuse that. But yeah, the Status Quo. Again, not much to really say about it. And again, like, you're not really, most of the, like, for my earlier work, I'm not going to talk about the actual music because there's not much to talk about other than to, like, say good, bad. But for my later tracks, I'll definitely be able to, like, go into it deeper. Here, I'll play a bit of it right now. Well, I'm gonna go to, like, okay, for each of these things, I'm gonna go to a part that I think is really good, or, like, my favorite part of it. I'll have to skim around, by the way. So in a way, this is kind of like Intricate Interlude, where like it is like a loop, but unlike Intricate Interlude, this one is actually like a proper interlude. Like there is build up, you know, which most interludes have, and I think the build up is done really well. I think it's like one of my strong suits. I'd say I'm really good at like building up and then like paying off like with the actual loop. I think I'm pretty good at that. And I think this is like a good example, you know, even though it's quite early into my career where I'm actually taking it seriously, because, you know, I am trying to take this semi-seriously. It is a hobby, of course, but, you know, it's a hobby that I'm very, very, very invested in. And I think it's good. I mean, it sounds great. I like it more than Intricate Interlude because of the build-up and the fact that it does have, like, an actual ending. So, yeah, I think it's pretty good. I like it. The next one, Intrusion. Now, I actually made the beat before I came up with the song, but I think calling it Intrusion was like when it comes to like names matching the song, I think this is like one of the best I've ever done, because like I think the name really fits it. Like the hold on, let me. Like those kind of like siren sounding things, like for the ambience. I think that's super fitting as to what, like, you know, when you think of intrusion, you know, criminal activity, sneaking around, trying not to get caught. I think like sirens play into that factor very, very well. So I think the name really fits. But other than that, like, yeah, it is just like, you know, a standard song that I do like. I'll play some more of it. This is kind of like, this is like the same, like, okay, like in comparison to like Intricate Interlude and the Status Quo, this is more like the Status Quo with like proper build up and payoff and an ending. So yeah, you're kind of honing in my craft. Next one, Sunrise. This along with Sunrise along with 3 other songs are actually quite special, because okay, I'm just gonna say it. Sunrise, Blue Moon, Memory Wipe, and Eternal Slumber. Those 4 songs were actually in the email I was talking about earlier when I sent it over to an alternate account. And out of all the ones there, these 4 I liked, and I felt like, you know, it'd be really cool to include them. 1 as a piece of like, you know, history. 2, you know, the young version of myself, you know, really liked that idea. And 3, time constraints. Again, the Freak Off Reunited Masters kind of made me speed this album up a bit. I don't regret it. I mean, I feel like, I mean, obviously, like, you know, the more I think about it, Eternal Slumber and Memory Wipe are like really loud, like really, really loud. So I fully get why someone wouldn't like that. That also applies to Murder Mystery, but there's like a lot of lore about that song in a way. But yeah, another fun fact, it's like their songs like are completely, like, the names are original. They were all called something completely different, but I changed their names to something I felt to be more fitting. I think Sunrise and like, I really like the names like Sunrise and Blue Moon. Like, I don't know, I feel like those are super fitting. Well, all the names, I feel like the only one that isn't fitting is Eternal Slumber. Like, obviously it has nothing to do with that. I just wanted to name one of them Eternal Slumber, so yeah. But Blue Moon and Sunrise are super fitting. Yeah, so this Sunrise, again, not much to talk about other than like playing it, and there's even less to really talk about because like I made this when I was very young, so I'll skim through it and play some of it. It's super peaceful, calming, relaxing, you know. Again, kind of, that's why I chose Sunrise, you know, like it's yeah, like peaceful, you know, you can find solace in it. It's calm, relaxing, you know. perfect for the remix, which I love. I love the V2 of it. I think I did super fucking well on that, and I love it so much. And I'm glad I could, you know, take an old classic and spin it into something greater. And yeah, next one, Blue Moon. I am so fucking surprised on how I created something that good, because like it's so good, like it's so well made. Like I don't get it. Not much to really say about it other than like it sounds good. Again, like for this and some of the I think this, for this and Blur, most of what I'm gonna say, I know I've said this before, but most of what I can say is good or bad. But yeah, I mean, I'll play some of Blue Moon. Yeah, again, I'm just mainly shocked at how I was able to make that the voiceover work super well. Yeah, they include voices for like the packs too. I'm just shocked at how I made it work so well, and I'm just shocked at how it all sounds good together. Cause like a lot of what I did back then was like spam, where like I would put a lot of shit together and didn't really think much about it. Well, I did think about it, but like what sounded good to me, like I don't know, I feel like my ears could hear the good parts of every song, but not really hear the bad parts of any song. So like a lot of it did sound like shit, but I only heard like what sounded good. I was able to extract that in a way, I suppose. Next one, Memory Wipe. Again, not much to say. I will say this pretty loud. Yeah, I mean, again, other than it being loud, yeah, it sounds pretty good. I like it. I mean, well made. Okay, especially when you like take into consideration that I was not even a teenager yet, or a preteen. Yeah, pretty fucking cool. I like it. Ignore the dead commentary. There's not much I can really say about this. Next, Eternal Slumber. I do, yeah, again, I like it. That's all I can really say. I'm gonna stop yapping. Eternal Slumber, you know, shares the name of the album. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Next to Murder Mystery. Now, Murder Mystery is interesting because the title is it's all based off a song I made back in my young years called Murder Mystery. But I revamped it because like the original one I made, it was good, but it was literally, I don't know, I felt like I had to touch up on it before releasing it. I did get some complaints about it being too loud, and given how it plays throughout the entire song, it's like loudness does ruin it for some people, and I do kind of get that, but I don't know, I feel like the core aspect of the song is just good. And that's why I make my music. Like I always try to like make one big part, like the most important part, the place throughout the majority of the song, and like once you hear it, you know like it's the main thing, and everything else is supposed to accompany that. And yeah, I'll play some of it. Come on, like when I hear that, I genuinely just think of Murder Mystery, like the concept and the game, like it's just what it reminds me of. I don't know, like it's just so mysterious, but like also mysterious, like with a villainous tone in a way. I don't know if that's corny to say, but that's just like the vibe I get from it, you know? That's just the best I could describe it. Next one, Lost and Confused. Now, I'm not gonna be doing that. I have no fucking clue why, but I thought including voiceovers for Lost and Confused and Wake Up would be a good idea. I did the same thing in Do You Copy and Mad, but in those it's like less apparent and I think handled better. I don't really like how it's incorporated in either of them, mainly because I think it's like a corny concept and like kind of takes away the point of a beat or instrumental. But I prefer it there than here. I really don't like it here, but I'm not gonna take down the album just to put it back up with those two removed. Although I will say again, I don't like them. I'll play like 15 seconds.
I'm lost.
We're gonna skip to the fucking middle. I will say this, I do like how I tried to replay bits of the intro throughout the song, although like again, even then like the actual song was not the best, mainly because like I tried making the guitar loud just to mask the voice, but you know, that just made the song sound kind of ass. Obviously hindsight is 2020. I didn't fucking know. It's how not really what I was paying attention to. So again, not really the best. Definitely the worst on the album in my opinion. Super weak. And then last one, Wake Up. Again, now I should say there's some voiceover. I prefer it here mainly because like it doesn't really affect the overall song except like the outro, but there is no song in the outro. And I think the actual song is good and I think it does hold up pretty well.
Hello?
We are skipping this fucking corny intro. I really like this one. It is like a very big shame that I kind of had to fuck it up with the fucking voiceovers. And again, I feel like this kind of just goes on for a bit too long anyways, but I really like it. Just sounds so like, I don't know, it's like this slow monotonous vibe that just works really well with the da 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 da. Like I don't know, that just works super fucking well with like the drum kicks and you know everything. I really like it. So yeah, that's Eternal Slumber, and yeah, that's basically all I can really say about it. Least favorite song, easily Lost and Confused. Favorite song, I'd have to say The Status Quo. I really like that. And I mean, yeah, that's basically it. That's the first album. Okay, so yeah, in this series, this first thing covered Eternal Slumber. Again, keep in mind, I live in Florida. It's like 12:10 right now, and I've been doing this for like, I think like a little over 30 minutes. So I'm a bit tired, and my brain's kind of like fucked. But yeah, that's Eternal Slumber. Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed. This is my own fucking work music. Please don't claim me over my own music. And yeah, if you want to listen to Eternal Slumber, it's on all streaming platforms. And yeah, hope you liked the video. Hope you was able to learn some new things from this. Take care.